Good afternoon, team. Otieno, confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. So, yeah, we're still few. I want to request that we reach out to our other colleagues and we give ourselves a few minutes. Let's propose to start at in 5 minutes time, so about 8 minutes past 2, please. So, yeah, let's reach out to our other colleagues to join in. Then we begin at about in 5 minutes time. Thank you. Right. So in the interest of time, I want us to begin our meeting. So my name is Franklin Songok. Let me take this opportunity to welcome all of you into our second week of our virtual training series that we have organized to build your capacity. So today we'll be discussing on the Nishauri and the Dawa drop application. So before we begin, I want to request a volunteer to lead us in a word of prayer. Anyone who is ready, you can unmute and pray for us before we begin. All right, so
whoever would like to pray should raise up their hands to get the mic.
oh, okay. But now that you have the mic, you can lead us in. Okay, there's someone who's raised. Frederick, just give the mic to Fred. Otieno, assist.
Yes, you can unmute and pray.
Fred, go ahead.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, I come before you this afternoon. As we're going to start our training, may you be with us, help us, whatever we are going to learn. Let us put it in practice. In Jesus' name we pray.
All right. Thank you very much for volunteering to pray. All right. So I want to quickly share the agenda for today. So just allow me to just give me a minute. Let me share the agenda. Okay. Otieno, confirm if you can see the agenda.
Yes, Ngova can see it.
All right, thank you very much for confirming. Right, so as I've already mentioned, today we'll be talking about Nishauri, which is a mobile app. So we'll be able to take you through the navigation. First and foremost, we'll do some quick introductory slides, and then we'll take you through the navigation. And before then, our main objectives for today, or training objectives for this particular session, is to be able to sensitize all of you, you being our key stakeholders, and of course users, on the application and some of the enhancements and the value proposition that have been done to the system or Kenya EMR to be able to capture some of the key variables. Remember, this app is patient facing, so it helps you to it helps the client to be able to track their care they are receiving in any of the facilities. We'll also be able to train on Nishauri workflow, including the Dawa drop functionality, so you'll be able to see how that works. And of course, at the end of the day, before we close, we would expect to receive some very quick feedback on the application from you, being our key stakeholders. How best can we be able to improve? And if you're happy with it, you can also just give us quick feedback that you're happy with it. But if you feel there are areas that you want us to improve on, please do not hesitate to give us that feedback. So the first bit will be taken through by Victor Were. That is the introduction, of just focusing on the latest features on Nishauri app. And then Steve Ogola and Kevin will take us through the demo. So I would request that in case you have any questions at this point, please just utilize the chat, or you can wait till the time when we'll give you an opportunity to also just verbalize any of the questions or any clarifications that you would want to seek. So having said that, I want to give maybe 1 or 2 minutes to some of the key stakeholders who may be in the house. I'm not able to just quickly run through the list, but I want to request if there's anyone from USG, either PEFA, CDC, or KDOD, kindly you can raise your hand so that we can give you the mic to just make some very quick remarks before we proceed. If anyone is in, I don't know that Dr. Kimanga or Mangi, Peter Yagon, or anyone who is in, or Gonza. Yeah. Apologies from Dr. Lily, meanwhile, because she's engaged in another physical meeting, so she may not be able to join us in this call. Any CHRIO in the house? Just quick remarks from a CHRIO or any HRIO. Okay, Pasco. All right, if they've not joined, probably maybe they'll be able to join us, and we'll give them an opportunity at the end of our training. So at this point, without taking much time, let me welcome Victor Were to take us through the first part of the presentation. Victor, once you're done, you can usher in Steve Ogola and Kevin Lanyo to take us through the demo. So over to you, Victor, and thank you.
Confirm. Thanks. Confirm you're able to see my screen.
Yes, Victor, I'm able to see. You can just put it on a slideshow and then proceed.
Is it okay?
Yes, perfect. Go ahead.
Thank you. So I'll take us through a few introductory slides on Nishauri, what it is, and just highlight some of the key features that have been built into this version 2 of Nishauri, highlighting the value proposition for each. And then after that, we'll have a demo, as Songok has mentioned, of the application. So just asking yourself what Nishauri is, for those who are new to or are hearing this application for the first time. So Nishauri is basically a personal health journal that will be able to assist clients to access their health data, such as appointment history, personalized appointment schedule. So it's one of the first client-facing application that basically provides user the access to his or her patient records. So, and acts as a first-level patient-centered health tool. Just to highlight some of the key features that are currently being supported. So on appointment management, the users are able to see or view the upcoming and previous appointment, where they can be able to easily track their appointments by type. Similarly, they're able to also request for their rescheduling and conveniently request to reschedule for the appointment in the future. And with this, then they're able to get notification of whenever that is been approved and an appropriate date. This basically allows them not to miss the appointment. So as part of personalized health insight. So we built in a clinic card, an e-clinic card that allows users access to the key health indicators. For example, for the ART program, so you're able to see your identifier like the name, the middle name or last name, CCC number, and the regimen that you are on. Also our profile management. So it's an expanded profile management. So with this profile management, you can be able to keep your personal contact as well as health information, including both physical and lifestyle information up to date, where you're able to key in your personal information, contact details, health information like your blood group, allergies, disabilities, and any chronic illnesses that one is suffering from, as well as the physical characteristic and social information. The next one is on health data access. Again, the users for this application are able to view the viral load results, where you're able to view your results directly from the app as when they are available, as well as view trend of the results of a given time. And with this, you'll be able to know how well you're doing in terms of your viral load suppression. Another key new features that have been added is to allow health self screening and tracking. So we have a number of tools that have been added, including BMI, blood pressure, and blood sugar self-screening. So this basically is to empower one to be able to easily capture their blood pressure and track their blood pressure and blood sugar over time. And as part of it, you're able to monitor your health over time with the historical data on these key indicators. We also have Nuru. Nuru is an AI-powered health assistant. So with this, one of the user of this application is able to get instant answers to health-related questions. And currently, the chatbot is able to support multiple languages, including English and Swahili. We also have a facility directory. So with access to the expanded facility directory, users are able to access the contact information of various facilities that are offering comprehensive care and call these facilities. So whenever a user is maybe in distress or requires assistance at any facility, so they're able to search the contact and be able to call and use the contact information that is being available through the facility directory. As we know, this is a health app that allows clients to be able to access their personal information. So we've built in several security features on the account. So first of all, we have a seamless way of creating an account as well as recovering an existing one using OTP as authentication. So for those phones that have biometric support, the application is able to support biometric, where you're able to lock or unlock your application using the biometric feature. We have also built in an auto lock support. So basically, when you get out of the application, immediately it locks until you provide authentication. This basically to allow, in case someone accesses your phone, they'll not be able to have access to the application. The next feature is on Dawa drop. So Dawa drop is also a new feature that has been added, and this mainly supports requesting of drugs and delivery for stable clients. We know that stable clients are usually issued with a refill appointment. So with this application, they're able to request delivery for the drugs through the application, whether through a trusted person having collecting the drugs on their behalf or by parcel. and you'll be able to see that during the demo. They'll also be able to track the various open deliveries that they have logged into the system and view their delivery status history. We've also built in notifications. So if you're using the app, so you'll be able to get push notification support where you're able to receive reminders of the upcoming appointment, as well as the various requests that you've done within the app, including rescheduling and Dawa drop request. So with this, you are able to get your appointment notification through the in-app through the push notification feature within the application. And I believe during the demo, you'll be able to also have a look at that. Just to share some quick statistics, as you know, the first version of Nishauri was launched almost a year ago, and we have a slightly over 26,000 patients who are currently using that. And we also been able to conduct UAT on the new features that we are sensitizing the team today. And one of the things that we also intend to do is continue sensitization of Dawa drop as a very key feature and has very high value proposition to support community management team. Over the last couple of weeks, we've also enhanced the Nishauri SMS notification and used it to sensitize the clients on existing of Nishauri. Thank you. So I think we can now change to the demo. Over to you, Songok.
All right. Thank you very much, Victor, for the walkthrough, the slide walkthrough. At this point, I will still request we hold on to any questions we may be having. So I don't know whether it's Kevin or Steve who will start first. So probably maybe over to the two of you. I know you'll be co-presenting, but you'll guide us on who goes first. Over to you, Kevin and Gola. Thank you.
Thank you, Songok. So Steve Ogola will be taking us through the mobile app features. For me, I'll just be assisting him with the moderation and also the Q&A at the end. So Songok, I'll request if we could change your rules a bit for the demo. So as Ogola is presenting the app, kindly let us type in our questions in the chat. There's a team that's eagerly awaiting your questions as Ogola will be doing the presentation, and I will be able to respond to all your questions as you type them in for any feature that will be presented by Ogola. So basically, we'll take a bit of time in this session, so you can follow with us as we get to learn about the new Nishauri app, from login all the way to searching and chatting with the chatbot, as Victor has put it. So in between, we'll also be showcasing additional features that we've been able to also embed in Ushauri, the web app that is complementing Nishauri also as we move on. So Ogola, you could start sharing your screen, and everyone else, as we mute, we could utilize the chat to ask any question and we'll go to respond. Over to you, Ogola.
Thank you so much, Kevin, and kindly confirm that you can hear me and you also are seeing my screen.
I can hear you and I can also see your screen.
Okay, thank you and welcome everyone. So good afternoon. So my name is Stephen Ogola, and I'll be taking you through the Nishauri application. So first, what I was doing a fresh installation so that we see what happens and how it behaves when you do a fresh installation. So when you do a fresh installation, you are requested to allow Nishauri to send you notification. So this one will enable us to get notification of various important messages, including Dawa drop and appointments. So I will allow for notification. So that one happens when you are installing. So immediately you do that, your installation will complete and you will have an announcement screen that appears only once when you do an installation or an update. So this one here, you'll be able to give us a brief description of the applications or the features that you expect inside this application. So you can decide to skip or go through and read the brief descriptions that have been given in these few screens. So you just scroll by swiping sideways like that. So when you get to the last one, you'll be asked to get started. Or else when you are in between these screens, you can decide to skip. If you skip, you skip all the other screens and go to get started. So I will touch on get started. When I touch on get started, that is the screen that I get, that is the login screen. So the login screen will welcome me back. That is, if I am a user, an existing user with credentials, then I'll probably enter my phone number and password. Another thing that you see here is if you have forgotten your password, then you can be able to reset the password. Also, if you are a new user who has no account in Nishauri, you are requested to register. Then below you'll see an app version will be doing an incremental versioning so that you know each time you are within the application, know which application version that you are using. So for the start, I will go with the registering of a new user. So to create a new account, you will provide this. You will fill this small form whereby we'll request for your first name. And another thing, before I even register this one, I want to let you know that what we are looking for here to be unique totally is your phone number. We want to ensure that a single phone number is registered for a single account. So one phone number cannot be used multiple times. So I'll register by entering a name. Then email. So ensure that you enter a correct email. Then I'll enter my date of birth. And then I will select gender. Then I'll enter a phone number. So let me first enter a phone number that I am sure has been registered. Then I have to enter password. It has to be 8 characters or more, at least 8 characters. Then you have to confirm that you have entered a correct password. Then you have to accept terms and condition. The term and condition will display. If you click there, terms, you'll have a screen which will explain the condition and the privacy policy. Here you will know how your data is going to be used, the privacy that is involved, and being confident that your data is not going to be misused. So you are encouraged to read this. I know it is very long, but you have to read it before you accept. Because once you accept, then you give us you allow us to use your data in this application. Then I will click on register. So because we have that phone number already registered, it won't go through because that user already exists. So let me try a phone number that might not have been registered. So when I click register, it will get me into a verification screen whereby I'll have to provide OTP, one-time password that will be sent in your phone using the phone number that you have just given out. So I have received it on a different phone from the one that I am doing the demo with. So the OTP is 19355. So when I click verify account, then it will verify the account and then it will log me in. So once you are logged in, this is the first screen that you will encounter. I will go through the screen and explain what it entails. So for a new person, you will have, first of all, on my left screen on top there, you'll see a circle there with an avatar. So that one represents my image, an image that I want to put there. And then below it, it is greeting me, hello, Stephen. Then the date of today. Then below it, it's a card that will be containing all my my current or my upcoming appointments. So we are going to have a list of upcoming appointments. And then below it, we have a shortcut. So this shortcut here represent all the features that we have. So when you click on that plus, you'll have a list of the features that are inside the application. Then you are able to add a feature that you want to appear on your shortcut, and it will be persisted. It will always be there. So you won't have to go to another page to look for the feature that you want to go through every other time, but you'll always find it at the shortcut, and you can always access it through the shortcut. So that was just an illustration. Then below we have, did you know, this is an announcement part whereby we are giving you a brief description of all the applications or all the features that are inside this application right now. So for example, we have instant lab results, we have Meet Nuru, we have manage prescription. So when you click on, or when you touch on learn more, it opens a new screen which gives you a brief description of what that feature is, the importance of that feature, and how to access that feature. So that one will give you an insight of every feature that we have. So if I go to another one, like find facility, it will also give me the same information about that particular feature inside the application. Then if we go down here at the very bottom, you'll see some 4 icons. We have one, home. So home is where we currently are, the screen that we are in currently. Then we have another one. This one here is called apps. So these ones now contains all the features, the major features that are contained in the application. We call them modules. Then the third one is Meet Nuru or Ask Nuru. So this is the chatbot. And this, whatever you are seeing right now, it's informed concept for the Nuru chatbot. So if you want to, if you want your messages with the Nuru to be personalized, then you will have to do what? You will have to consent. So by continuing to use the chatbot, you agree to the terms above. Your privacy matters to us. So you have to read this information before you give consent for us to use to personalize the chats when you are chatting with Nuru. And then the last icon is the settings. These are the settings that are in the applications. We have the profile setting, we have theme, we have advanced privacy, we have change password, and we have enable biometric. So that is all about the icons that you see below. Then on my right at the top, there is a menu icon, which is 3 dots. The purpose of this, when you touch it, it will draw the side navigation, which will list menu items for the application. The first one is dashboard. The second one is FAQs, frequently asked questions. We have settings, we have log out, and we have app version. So the importance of app version also is when you are troubleshooting and when you are stuck somewhere and you are not unable to go through the application or work through the application and you request for an assistance, someone might ask you the version, the app version that you are using. So that one will be a key to enable us know how to assist further, and maybe I request you to update if you are still using a lower version of the application. So I'll go through these features that are on the side navigation bar. So first of all, we have the dashboard. So the dashboard here will contain or contains the trends or the charts that are in the application. So for example, we have the BMI, we have the blood pressure, we have the blood sugar. So there are, when data is available, we are going to see the charts, how they are presented on the dashboard. Then we have the FAQs. When you touch on the FAQs, you will have a list of all the frequently asked questions in that format. And then if you know of the question that you want to ask, you can also click on the search and then type. So as you start typing, it will reduce the numbers. It will try to filter and give you the most questions that you ask. So when you click on each, it will expand and give you the answer or the response to the question, and you'll be able to know the response to the question that you are looking for. Then we have the settings. So the settings, the main purpose of setting is actually to set how you want your application to appear. Like for example, the theme. When I touch on the theme here, we have we have a bright or a light theme, which we are currently in. If you click on the toggle button in this button, there is a button at the left that I'm touching currently. So it enables us to switch between the dark mode and the light mode, the dark theme and the light theme. So for those people who like their screen dark, they can use that one. For most of us who like the bright one, we can use the light theme. Then we have the enable advanced privacy. So enable advanced privacy here enable us to lock our application. So normally when you install it, it will be locked automatically. This means that whenever I switch to another application, when I come back, I have to provide a password. And the password that I'm going to use is the same password that I'll use to log in. So it will authenticate and take me, return me back to using the application. So this one will enable you, whenever you leave your phone or switch to another application, when somebody maybe get hold of your phone and try to go through the application, they'll not be able unless you allow it. So alternatively, if you find that security is not working for you, then you are allowed to disable it, and that is how you disable it. And now if you go and come back, it will just be there. No privacy or advanced privacy will be there. Then we have the enable biometric support. This one also enables you, instead of using password, then you are able to use biometric, your fingerprint. So to do this, also you'll have to touch on the that button. So if your phone is does not support biometric, like mine does not, you'll get that message. I don't know whether you are able to see it. Let me try to hide this. And are you able to see that message? So that is when your phone is not supported. But when your phone is supported, you will it will, I wish I had a phone that was supported. It will automatically give you a screen whereby you will be able to put in your password, the password that you use for logging in. That is one, whichever password that you selected. And then whenever you want to log back in, you don't have to key in the password. You will just be using your fingerprint. Then another feature on the setting here, we have change password. So if you feel that your password has maybe a friend or somebody has mastered your password and you wish to change it, you can always touch on the change password. Then you provide the current password. So my current password, I think it was that. Now I want to change it to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then with that also, obviously you have to confirm that those two passwords matches the one that you want to change to, the new password. Then you click on update. So that one will automatically update your password. So that is what is on the site navigation bar. So there is also on setting that something else that we have not talked about, which is the profile. So the profile, when you click there, you'll have a profile, the one that the details that you have entered while doing the registration. Not all of them, not everything is captured, but just a glimpse of the profile. So you might want to edit this profile. So you click on the pen, which is on my right hand side at the top. When I touch on that, it will give me all the information about my profile, and I'll be requested to update. So it is advisable to update your profile so that you give us all the information that is required, because it will be used maybe to personalize most of the things or most of the features in the application. So we have this Stephen Ogola has already been printed, so you don't have to edit that one. Then we have personal information. So now at the top here, this gives you my name, just that is my username, the way I had presented it. But when I come to next year, if I want to change, I see that my first name is not supposed to be like that, but it is that way. Then I can change, and then I see that, okay, my date of birth, that is too much for me, I can't take it. Then I can just change that, and then maybe say that that is my real age now. So you can change, you can update any part that you feel that it is not correct, and then maybe places other parts, maybe like the contact details. We provided the email and the phone number, but we did not provide the landmark, village, or school, whereby when somebody is sent, or when somebody is trying to find you, or maybe we are trying to direct someone, we might be able to find you easy by just letting them know that this person, you get them at Hadija Primary School. Then you can go to next. Then here next, you'll provide health information like blood group. Then we select allergies. Then we can also select if you have disabilities. If you don't, you just leave it. If you have any chronic illness, you can just put it there. If not, you can leave it because they are not mandatory. Then we have the physical characteristic. You can put in your weight. Let's say 61, and my height is 170 centimeters. Then I go to next. Then I have social information. That is marital status, single by choice. Then I go to education level, undergraduate. My primary language is Swahili. Then occupation is employed. Then go to next. Now I'll want to review what I have put in, if it is correct. If I am satisfied that all this information is correct, then I click on or touch on submit. Then my profile will be updated and everything will just, now it has changed from Steve Ogola to Stephen Ogola, just like that. Then I think I'm done with the side navigation or side menu items. Now, I'm also done with the home screen. I'll go to the apps, applications. Now, this is where it is very interesting, because most of the things, most of the features that we want are on the modules. So here we have the program menu module, we have the appointments module, we have the lab results module, we have my clinic card module, we have facility directory module and self-screening module, and then we have Dawa drop. So because this patient is not hooked to any program yet, so we give this user just a few of the features that they can interact with. For example, right now, what our user can interact with without being into any program is the facility directory. This is free for any user who has not registered, either who has registered to a program or who has not registered to a program. This was so because the aim of this application's upgrade was to facilitate the facility-wide all health to be a health application. So we don't want to tie it to a program for you to use it. So here you are able to search for any facility that you want its contact, either by using the facility name or the MFL code number. So we'll start by looking at name. So we'll try to start typing Kenyatta. So I've just typed Kenya, and so I have so many facilities that has the word Kenya in it. So I'll see if that is still not enough, then I'll provide more information on that. So I'll see now I have Kenyatta National Hospital, and then I have Kenyatta University Dispensary. If you look between these two facilities, you'll find that the Kenyatta National Hospital has got CCCs. That is the number, the contact number, while the Kenyatta University Dispensary doesn't have. So if I click or if I touch on the phone icon on my right, it will tell me that Kenyatta University Dispensary has no number to call. However, when I touch for the Kenyatta National Hospital, it will display all the phone numbers for the Kenyatta National Hospital. So if I touch on any of those numbers, then it will redirect to phone call for me to call that number. So that makes that feature very, very important for us. Yes, so that is on the facility directory. So you are able to search by using the facility name or MFL code. May I have any MFL code that we can try? You can type or you can just mention that you can use anyone. Kindly type. Okay, thank you. So we have 12. There's so many. 12508, 12508. So if I type facility code, that is for Mboni District Hospital. So we can ascertain that we'll always get a facility using the facility code. Thank you so much for that. So I'll go back. That is for facility directory. Then I also have self-screening here. So self-screening here is for anybody who would want to monitor some of these beautiful features that we have presented here. So we have BMI calculator, we have blood pressure monitoring, and we also have blood sugar. So for BMI, you just touch on the BMI icon, and then it will automatically give you the age that you had registered in your profile. So this is so because we want to maintain consistency so that your age changes with you'll be able to control your age, not being able to just add, I mean, just increasing age when you want to do your calculation. So maybe in the afternoon you say that your age is 19. Tomorrow you say you are 20. The day after that you say you are 23. So if you are doing for self, then we are going to use your profile to get your age so that you use that for the calculation. So for the height, you can adjust the height small, and then another thing that is obtained from your profile is the gender. So I had registered as male, so it automatically picks me as a male and not a female, and then I'll adjust my weight accordingly, and then after ensuring that everything is correct, I will touch on calculate. So it will calculate my age, my BMI, give me the value and give me a status telling me that I am malnutrition. So, and give me a brief diet. So I have to eat healthy, balanced diet, incorporate more vegetables and lean protein in my diet so that I can improve in my BMI. So that is a BMI calculation for myself. If I want to calculate for other people, that is my mother, my sister, my brother, or somebody else, I can just go to other, and then now I'll be able to adjust. Maybe I have a brother who is 24 years and is about that. The height is, let's put it somewhere there, or in centimeters. Let's do it in centimeters. And then the weight is that. So let's calculate that. So that is 24.1, which is normal, and then the diet also is being given. So interesting thing is that when you are calculating for yourself, we know that we need to keep that information for you so that you'll be observing how your weight is performing. So after that, you'll be having a list of your measurements and how you have been keeping them, and then we will also have a trend chart showing you how your BMI has been behaving all through. So that is what this BMI monitor chart trend will look like. So now we only have one value. That is why you're seeing it just behaving like that. So that is on BMI calculator. Another interesting feature here is the blood pressure monitor. So the same applies here. So for you to get values here. So right now it's telling me that no BP, that is blood pressure data available. So if you want to add more data, you click on the plus sign here for add. Then you adjust the systolic pressure, pressure accordingly, and then diastolic, and then the heart rate accordingly. And then you can give notes as to at the time when you are taking this measurement, what was happening. So you can give a brief description or notes, some notes here to actually know what was happening when this particular event was, I was taking measurement of this particular event. So immediately, you see, immediately you give me your records, it will be registered, it will be listed down there with the values that you have keyed in. And then if you expand this one, you'll be able to see the notes and the time at which this particular event took place. Yeah. So right now I have the 3 dots. So one representing each of the measurements that you took. So the trend cannot be accurately seen because it is only one measurements that have been taken. So here you'll see that the red one represents systolic, and then orange line will be presenting the diastolic, and then the green one will present the pulse rate. So that is on the blood pressure. Then we have the blood sugar. On the blood sugar, the same happens. So for us to add the data, just touch on the plus sign, and then we adjust accordingly, and we add a condition. So when was this? Was it before meals or after? So if I select that, if there is no notes, I just leave it. If there are notes, then I just put it down, and then I submit. So the same thing will happen. We'll be having this, the list and the trend chart together there. So you can be able to add that anytime that you want to do your measurements. So that is also will be available for users who have not registered into any of the programs. Then another thing that is available for patient or users who have not registered to any program is the chat with Nuru. That is available for all because it is a health app. You'd want maybe to talk to Nuru. If you want to acknowledge or consent, you click yes. If you don't want, you just touch no. It will still work. So it will greet you. Hi, Steven, welcome to Nuru. How can I assist you? Then maybe you say that, can say hi, it will just respond. It has to respond. It has to give a response. So it is responding. Yeah, hello, how can I help you? Then you ask a question. Let's ask a question. Then post that question. So it is typing the response. So it will tell me that the viral load, yeah, that big what narration is there for me to read and understand what viral load is. Let me try something in Swahili habari. I see how it will. Habari yako. Okay, so it converts both in Swahili and English. Kichwa inauma sana. Let's see how it's going to interpret that. Samahani kusikia unaumwa na kichwa, ni muhimu kuendelea kutumia. So it actually gives us responses in both English and Swahili. So that is Nuru. I want to believe I've touched. So when you are done with that, maybe you are going back home. It requests you to do what? To give us a review. How was your conversation? So you can say that I can rate my conversation, give it a 4, which was good, or give it or very good, or poor, and you can leave us a message so that we know why you say that it is poor. So you can write something and then you click on submit. If you don't want to leave any review, then automatically you can just do skip and it will skip that point and bring you back to where you are. So at this particular point, you'd allow me to log out. There is something that I need to test. We updated our password. So I'd log out first. So that is, you touch on log out and then you click on log out. It will log you out. Log out successfully. If I want to log back in, I just do log in. Then I had used 0711. So the password that I had changed was up to 9, if I'm not wrong. Then if I click login, yeah, it has changed. Okay. So another feature that I want to look at, so we did registration. Now we want to look at forgot password. So let's assume that now I've forgotten my password. So I'll click on forgot password here, then do what? Provide my phone number. So my phone number is 07. So that is my phone number. Then I just hit on submit. So when I hit on submit, I'll be asked to verify the account. All this is done just because of security. So they'll send an OTP. So an OTP has already come 0880. Look at my phone. So it's 80571. So after confirming the OTP, I'll provide a new password. So let's do 098765431. 0. So I'm going backward from 0. So I can confirm that, then reset that password. Then I'll be told that my password has been reset. So if I try to log in again with a new password, let's see if, yes, again, I'm able to log in. So now we have tested all that. Now I want to get into the program now. So I'll try to log in with a different number now, 07 12 84 42 12. Oh, this one should be 8. So now you see that I've moved away from Stephen to now Betty New. This is a totally new user. So I want to confirm that when you log out from your system and another person logs in with their credentials, then they will not they'll not see your details. Rather, they'll now be interacting with the application as them, not you. So at this particular point, Betty New also has no program. That is why we don't have an appointment. Yes. So if I go here and look at the appointments, I'll see that there are no upcoming appointment. There are no past appointments. Yeah, so nothing is there. If I look at lab results, we have no any results. If I look at my clinic card, there is no program available. If I look at, I think those ones, they are the ones that depends mostly on the program. So when I click on the program menu, I'll find that I have no program registered or I've not enrolled in any program. So I'll come and touch on the plus sign below here, which is the add program. So on the add program, I'll click on the drop down, which will list all the programs that will be is being offered. Right now, I am very sure of ART program. Then after clicking on the ART program, it will expand and ask me for a CCC number, which I will input 5 1 2 3 4, and then the number, the name that of that CC number. So I'll use that program and add. So after doing that, it will want me to verify that that is me. So each user in a program, they are normally given, they normally have the phone number attached to the CCC number. So this one here is sending my verification code to the phone number that I gave out, which is 0711. So I've already received that OTP. So I'll be using that one to verify the program. So after doing that, I'll verify the program and the program will be activated successfully. Now I have a RT program enrolled as my number 1 list. Now with that, if I come and look at the appointments, it will update. So with that one, I have one upcoming appointment, which is a refill appointment. If I look at previous, I'll see a list of all my previous appointment and the status and the dates and which program it was. Then if I go now to the lab results, it will also update. So I'll see my viral load results, past results. And then when I click there, there is these two icons. So we have the viral load trend, which now shows me the trend of my plots for this, whether it is virally unsuppressed or it is suppressed. So I believe you can now see what happens whenever you are in a program and when you are not in a program. So when you are in any program also, you are able to have your clinic card. So your clinic card also contains details of your current clinic. Yeah. So you have the first name, middle name, last name, CCC number, and the regimen. So it lists all the programs that you are, or all the clinics that you currently attend, so that you don't need to carry along your clinic card every other time. You already have it in this application. Then maybe I'll go back home kidogo so that I can show you something. Yeah, where I'd said that we'll be having a list of upcoming appointments. You can now see that very well. Now we have only one upcoming appointment from the list of appointments, which is the refill appointment. We have the date and we have the facility, and we have the capability of doing what? Doing a reschedule for this particular appointment. So we have a shortcut there. So if I click on this, the center of the card, it will just give me details, appointment details. Then below it, you'll see a request home delivery. When I go back, there is a small one there with time, written schedule. So if reschedule. So if I click on that, it will give me a screen whereby it will I will be able to reschedule my appointment. So with this one, if I said that my appointment is on 5th, but I will not be available on 5th, I'll be available on 6th, I can click on 6th and then say time and then give a reason as to why I want to reschedule my appointment. Traveling. Then after that, you see that this green, this gray button has turned to green. That means that everything is correct. Now I can submit that request, and the request has been sent successfully. So the request will be updated by the provider for this to change. It can't change automatically. It has to be reviewed and updated. So that is why the status has changed from rescheduled to pending approval. With that, I think I'm done with the program, appointments, lab result, my clinic card, self-screening, facility directory, and Dawa drop. And now I'm moving to Dawa drop. So Dawa drop is a feature right now which depends mostly on the ART, and it is very important for patients who are having refill appointments. So when you want to use this one, you just click on the Dawa drop icon. So I have an explanation of what this particular feature does. So it assists in request your prescribed medication align with your appointment schedule for timely fulfillment. Then we also have progression, whereby we are able to see at which stage your Dawa is. And then another thing is that you are able to confirm to us that you have successfully received your drugs in good condition, or in whichever condition that you have received them. So when we click on the get started, it brings us to this Dawa drop menu, whereby we have an icon for request drugs, drug orders, and then confirm delivery. So when we first go to request drug, so on request drug, right now we have the appointment. So this one gives us all the current appointments that you have, and you will see which one gives you the capability of requesting for home delivery. So currently we have one appointment, which is a refill appointment, and it gives you a status telling you that this one is available to request home delivery. So to be able to request home delivery, there is an icon on the right that you touch, and then it will bring you to request drug delivery. If you touch on number 1, it's just the information about the appointment. Then next, delivery preference. So here you'll give us your preferred method of delivering your drugs. So if you have somebody you trust that you have sent to come pick or collect your drugs, you provide the full name of this person. Let's say Kennedy Owiti. Then their national ID, because they'll have to provide that so that they confirm. Phone number. Then pickup time. At what time are they coming to pick up? Tomorrow or on 30th, tomorrow. At that time, you can adjust that time to your preferred time. Then you click on delivery information. This information will help delivery person locate you and reach you out. So you have to provide the phone number that you are sure that you will be available on location, estate, then apartment if available. Then you click next. Then you'll able to review. So after doing the review and confirming that that information that you have provided is correct, if it is a delivery person, there is a drop down here whereby you will also ensure that all the information about the person you have provided is correct. Then you hit on submit. So on submit, your drug delivery request was successful. So that one will remain there. So we have date of the appointment, delivery person as Kennedy Owiti, the delivery person's phone number, and the delivery status is pending. That means that maybe it has been received, but nothing has been done yet. So if you click on it and looking at touching on the same card, you'll see a delivery progression whereby you have requested, placed. So your delivery or your request is still at number 1, whereby you have just placed your request and the date in which you did that, you did your placement. So your request has been received and is being reviewed. If I look if I go back to this appointment, so I'm told that the appointment currently has an active request, so I cannot request for delivery for that request right now. Another thing, also on the same, not there, sorry. So if I look at the shortcut, I'll find out that this particular upcoming appointment has an active order request. So what we'll request now is for, I'll switch kidogo to the backend so that we are able to approve that. So to be able to approve this particular order, drug order request, there is Nishauri dashboard. We'll go to there is an icon, plus icon, just next to this envelope. So when you click it, you'll get a list of all pending requests. So my request is this one, number 2, which was for CCC number. which ends with 01. Appointment date is 5th. Appointment request mode is appointment. Delivery method is in person. Delivery person is Kennedy Owiti. Phone number is that one. Pickup time is that, and the status is pending. So if I click on this plus icon here, I'll be able to approve this. So this is action. So I'll confirm as the provider, confirm this detail, and then approve. So that is approved successfully. So if it is approved successfully, you'll be able to see what? It will automatically move to approved requests. So if I go back to my application, it is still pending, but if I do this, the status has changed. So I just reload this page. If I reload it, the status just changed. Then if I click on the center of this card, I also see that the progression status has also changed, moved from 1 to 2. So my request has been confirmed. So it says that your request has been confirmed and is being processed, and giving me the date at which this took place. So you'll be able to monitor that every other time. So if I go back to my web and say that I want to dispatch this particular, okay, before I even go there, there is something that I want to show you which is interesting too, just on the app. So I've also noticed that immediately there was an improved approved status change. I had a pushed notification. Remember that I told you that on installation, you have to allow for notification. So we have a notification, if you can see there, we have a Dawa drop status update. Your order has been approved. So you also be able to know the status of your drug request every time. So if you come here on the web dashboard, we are at approved request. This is our approved request. Now we want to dispatch it. We just click on dispatch. Look for this person. So we have to ensure that we have Kennedy Owiti has come. We have his phone number. We have to ascertain that, and the ID was provided. We have to ascertain that this is the person that was sent to pick up the drugs. After we have ascertained that, we can dispatch that drug by giving it to him, and then we click on dispatch. So we can give dispatch note. So your delivery has successfully been dispatched. So when that happens, if we go back to our application, here we see that it is still approved, but I have to update that. If I update that, it is now dispatched. If I go to my progression, it has been dispatched. So another thing that you notice that immediately we have a dispatch, there is a button just right below. And you also see another notification coming along. So the notification now is telling me that your order has been dispatched. Yeah. So the next thing is to confirm that you have received. So you wait for your drug to be brought to you, then you click on this confirm delivery. So you are requested not to confirm before you receive your drugs. So you click on that, and then you will be brought to this particular screen. With this particular screen, you have to provide a confirmation code, feedback, and then you confirm. Let's assume that I have not received the confirmation, the drugs yet, so I'm just leaving it for a while. And then I want to, maybe I come back later and then I want to confirm. So you don't have to go through the drug orders for you to be able to confirm. You can just come here to confirm delivery and be able to click to see your drug that is being delivered, dispatch date, order status is dispatched, and immediately you click here, you're brought to the same to the same screen. So I'm looking for the delivery code, my confirmation code. So it has been sent via the SMS. So the code should be ORN 042. Then as can leave some notes. Then confirm. So your drug delivery request order, this one confirmed successfully. So when I reload that, then I don't have any dispatched drugs. When I look at my drug request, the active drugs section is empty. When I come to fulfilled, I find that I have fulfilled. That means that I have delivered. I have received my deliveries, and I have already confirmed that I have them. So that part is closed. So when I come to this upcoming appointment, I find that the appointment order has already been fulfilled. So you are not able to do what? You are not able to reschedule that appointment anymore because you don't have any button to reschedule the appointment. I want to believe that I have handled all the features in this. I don't want to leave anything behind. So about the shortcuts, I talked about the shortcuts previously, and I said that you are able to add the shortcuts that you will be frequently using. Like for me, I'll be using those 3, and they have to be a maximum of 3, minimum of 0. So with this shortcut, whenever now I want to go to self-screening, I don't have to go to my apps and then look for the self-screening. What I can do while still in home page, I just click on self-screening there, and then it will bring me here. If I look at my monitor here and refresh that, it will give me what I have. Yeah, so these are the data that these are the data that have been entering all through for this particular user. And this one also, something that I wanted to add here is that okay, so you see the trend. Okay, I wanted to show you the dashboard, really, the dashboard when it has data, so that you're able to see that we had done this one without the data. So this is the trend that you see. So yes, so the dashboard generally right now looks like this for the BMI, for the blood pressure, and for the blood sugar. So if there is any other thing that I've left out, my my able team will assist, maybe remind me or continue from there. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Ogola. That's a good job done on taking us through the features. Appreciate that the new Nishauri application has been expanded to have a lot more features, and you've taken in a lot of your feedback over the year that we've been running Nishauri. The new app has also been improved in terms of the user interface, and for the iOS people, we are working on having it available to you in Apple Application Store, but currently the current version is yet it's ready for the iOS, but not fully ready. When it will be deployed in for iOS, we'll let you know. So I'm glad that majority of you have been able to ask questions using the chat. Would like to take your questions right now. For those who will not be able to unmute and ask, we'll request you to now use the Q&A tab. The Q&A tab is right next to the chat tab. So anyone who has a question can type it in the Q&A tab, and you'll be able to respond. As much as possible, we've been able to respond to the questions in the chat area. But if you feel that your question was not responded to, or you might want further clarification, this is the time to ask it. So I'll take it back to Songok to guide us on how we are to run this Q&A, and then we'll proceed. Over.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Kevin and Steve. I think you had already prepared us. It was going to be very exciting, and I totally agree. The new Nishauri has come up with very, very exciting features that would really help our clients be able to monitor their progress in the journey of their treatment. So I really like the features that have been improved. Basically, just looking at the Dawa drop, how one can be able to request for drugs to their orders and even track the movement of their drugs up to the time they receive their medication. Chatting with Nuru, I think that's also a very exciting feature. It really helps our clients or our patients to be able to ask those very basic questions based on how they're feeling, and they will be responded to very quickly. So they can easily be able to, can I say, manage themselves by the comfort of their homes and even get drugs at the comfort of their homes. So this is really, really exciting, and kudos to the team. You've really done a very good job. So at this point, I know, like Kevin has already mentioned, and thanks to the team, you've been able to respond to most of the questions, but I know we still have about 30 minutes. So if there's anyone who probably feels that the question wasn't responded to adequately, and you feel like you want to verbalize your question, I think we can give ourselves a few minutes so that you can ask or seek for clarification. I think Kevin had seen there was one question from from Akoto. I don't think this has been responded to, or it has been, maybe. Let me just see. Oh, yeah, it's been responded to. Thank you. I think that has already been responded to. Yeah, most of the questions have been responded to. At this point, again, I would just want to request that let's keep registering. For those who haven't registered, let's register on the chat. This will help us to just take note of who has attended. So please, let's register your name and your organization. So I'm looking out for any hands. So you can raise your hand. We'll give you the mic to ask your questions, just in case you have a question or there's any bit that wasn't clear. You can raise your hand. Looking out for hands. I'm not seeing any. Okay, I'm not seeing any hand up. So my assumption is that Kevin and team were able to respond to all the questions that we had. So at this point, allow me to, oh, okay, fine, I've seen hand up. Elvis, probably maybe assist to hand over the mic to Elvis. Is it Elvis? Did I see Elvis? Yes, Elvis. Otieno, you can allow Elvis to ask the question. Or yeah, Elvis, go ahead.
Thank you for the great presentation. My name is Elvis. So I have two questions. The first question was about the limitation with the scheduling. So let's say a patient has gone to another facility and they've been refilled for 2 months. I can only see that the app allows for 1 week. So talk about how we can, if they are given more time, how can they reschedule? And the next question is about the previous version had the healh follow-up for the mothers could see their healh's being followed up at the results and all of that, but the current version does not have that feature. Please talk about it, because from where I see it, the mothers ask me a lot about that feature. So thank you.
All right. Thank you, Kevin. Elvis, sorry. Thank you, Elvis. So maybe Kevin, you could maybe respond to that, or Steve. One is the limitation with the scheduling. I think this is in reference to clans who are on transit. And then the mother baby pairs, the healh follow-up bit. Probably maybe you could respond to those. Then we can take one more if there's any. Over to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Ongok, and I'll answer, and also my teammates will assist me. So currently the lock is for 1 week to your appointment, whether it's a clinical one or a refill. But we'll take the comment from Elvis in terms of the specific client on transit and work with our BA team to see how best we can expand that lock to more than a week. We felt a week would be adequate enough for you to give notice of your intended miss of a scheduled appointment. But if it will expand to more than a week, we felt it would, things might change. From the 2 months, for example, the example Elvis are given. If you're given a 2-month notice and anything changes in between, there'll be too many requests for rescheduling, but at least with a week, you're very sure that 1 week from today, I will miss my appointment and I will require or request it to be changed. For the healh feature, yes, it has been switched off in the new Nishauri, but the team is working hard to see how best to feed that information back. In terms of getting that information from the EMR and any other source system, and also just being able also to cater for data privacy, facing the new laws that are with us here in Kenya. Maybe my teammates can assist on those 2 issues. Over.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Kevin, for responding to those. And I think for Elvis, that feedback is taken, and I think the team would probably just relook into that, especially the mother baby pairing and the follow-up. I think that's very key, because I think the most important bit is to be able to ensure that we harmonize, especially the TCAs, and the mother should also be able to follow up. But I think based on what Kevin has responded, the team is working on that. I don't know whether there's anyone who probably maybe wants to chime in on the same, maybe Victor or Otieno. Maybe any other comments on the same? Okay, so I guess that's, sorry, Victor, go ahead.
Sorry. I just wanted to give out a general comment. So in terms of there's a Nishauri channel, WhatsApp channel that we've created. I think possibly Songok, as you do the call to action. So we should be able to have that shared, and within that channel we'll be able to share the different or new features that are coming on board on Nishauri. So I think for you to get the latest information in terms of the new features that we're adding, I'll possibly maybe request if you can be able to join that channel, which will we will be able to provide some of this information. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Victor, for the additions. All right, so we can take one more, then we can move on. So there's Anne from, I think there should be a team from Pandipieri. Oh, I got that correctly. So Otieno, maybe you can allow the team to ask their questions, then we can proceed. Otieno?
Yeah, they have the mic, they can unmute.
Okay. The Panbieri team, you can go ahead. You've been given the mic, just unmute and ask your question or seek for clarifications or make your comment. Yes, probably they could be having difficulties in unmuting. Okay. Elvis, you'll hold on a bit. Let me take one from Samuel. Samuel, assist to give the mic to Samuel again.
Yes, thank you. My concern is for those who don't have a smartphone. Is there any provision where a MMI code are provided so that they can get the information? Like star, a number, then hash, then they get all the information that like Nishauri.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Samuel, for your question. I think what you're asking is whether a USSD code would work. Kevin and Tim would respond to that. Elvis, is it burning? Elvis Wang, sorry, I don't want to get this wrong. Yeah, Elvis, one last one.
Sorry, I had one last question that was really burning. For when we are helping the patients register for Nishauri, there's those who they have never transferred out or transferred in, but their facility reads as another facility, not the one that we are in. So the team asked about that issue of reading a facility being another facility. The name of the facility reads another facility while we are in a different one. So that's the question.
Okay, I hope Kevin and Victor understood your question. I got lost a bit, but maybe Kevin, you can respond to the two. One is whether we could have an option of USSD code. I'm not sure whether that's possible, but you can respond to that. And then issues about the TITOs from Elvis. I really didn't understand the question, but I hope you did. So Kevin, you can respond, or Victor.
Thank you. In terms of supporting feature phones, I think we'll look into it and just discuss internally on what is feasible. I think the only limitation with feature phone is that it's basically the size and the characters that it can be able to support. But I think we'll just discuss and see what might be feasible for that. In terms of the issue that has been raised by Elvis, I think I'll possibly maybe request if you can be able to reach out to service desk so that we can get more information to us, for us just to be able to see and see how we can be able to resolve such cases of the TIs or patients who have actually not transferred, but the information that you're getting is this facility is actually a wrong facility. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Victor. I guess that would be it. We need to just move ahead and move towards closing our meeting. But before then, we've been taken through the app and we've seen the features. So what are our next steps? I want to request, I don't know, there's Otieno or Victor, if you could project the call to action slide so that I can quickly just go through it before we go to the next step. Otieno, you can help to project, or Victor?
Let me do that for you.
Okay.
Confirm you're able to see my screen?
Yes, you can scroll to. Right.
Over to you.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Victor. So these are our next steps now that we've taken you through the mobile app. So we are really requesting that we work with all of us, especially the teams who are at the facility level, This is in reference to service delivery partners and the county teams. Please kindly ensure that you pass this information to those facilities probably who are not able to attend, and of course promote the uptake and use of the social media and the Nishauri posters where possible. That really helps in passing the message and also educating our clients to be able to take up this particular app, having known and seen the features that it comes with. We also are asking or requesting that we facilitate and guide to advocate for the installation and use of the app by eligible clients. So once you've identified the clients, I know some of them may not really be techno-savvy, so it will be our responsibility to be able to guide them so that they can install the app and be able to utilize it appropriately, and of course educate them. Also provide some health education on how to do the navigation where necessary, because that's very very important. So we are also requesting that you facilitate and take the initiative to increase the uptake through the health talks, the adherence counseling sessions, and all the forums that you have that are available for us within the facility level. Of course, NASCOP and the Palladium team will work very closely to track and report on the uptake of the progress on monthly basis. So we'll be sharing this with you on monthly basis so that you're able to identify the areas that you can focus on. And like where I said, in case you have any challenges or you have any questions, you can always reach out to the service desk. The team will be available to respond to any of the queries that you may be having regarding this particular app and the new features that have been incorporated. So yeah, so I guess that's that's it up to that point. That's it from my end. But as we come to the end of the meeting, I want to more sincerely appreciate all of us for finding time to be with us in this training. I recognize all of us, MOH team, the service delivery partners, and all the players, all the stakeholders that are in this call. I know we may not really give an opportunity to everyone to speak, but we really appreciate your support and we appreciate your presence. So I think we can move to closing our meeting. I'm not quite sure whether we had anyone from USG who managed to attend the meeting. But before then, I want to first allow Dr. Jacob. I think I'd seen Dr. Jacob in the call. Maybe Dr. Jacob, you can make some few remarks as I look out whether Dr. Lil also managed to join. Dr. Jacob, a few remarks as we close the meeting. Otieno, I don't know, confirm if Dr. Jacob is still in the call, kindly.
Yeah, he's in the call. He has the mic now.
Okay. Dr. over to you.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I think mine is to just thank the team that have done the presentation. I've been following from the beginning, and I think this is the new Nishauri app. It's a bit the new features are very good to have, and Dawa drop definitely will help facilities to plan how they can decongest their facilities, but also offer convenience to their patients. Nishauri is an app meant for patients, which means that a provider, and it's kind of a service that we are recommending that they take so that they can benefit from having access to their own data, but also to take control of their own health. With Dawa drop, and especially for clients who are in cities and towns, I think sometimes the cost of just traveling to the facility for medicines is not factored in, but can actually be saved if the medicines are delivered at home or wherever their location is. And I think it can also help for the prevention commodities that probably a facility will be offering clients, like PrEP and other things. So mine is to just encourage you to give us feedback as much as possible. But then also, if you find these solutions useful to your clients, we'll be very, very happy to work with you through the process of setting up your facilities and patients so that they can benefit from this feature. Otherwise, thank you so much for making time for this conference. I'll give it back to you, Songo, for any additional remarks from MOS.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Jacob, for amplifying our call to action. I think that's very, very important, and also mentioning the fact that the team is also available to just receive any feedback. I think that's very valuable. You might kindly remember that these tools that we're developing, or the apps that we're developing for managing our clients, and also for us as service providers to just make our work easy in terms of follow-up. I know Dr. Lily wasn't able to join because she was engaged, but Rosa Yugi, I don't know whether you're still in the call. You can probably make a few remarks on behalf of NASCOP. Rosa Yugi. Okay. All right. So I know most of our colleagues or my colleagues are engaged in other meetings. So probably maybe they may have dropped off at some point. Some were not able to join because of what I'd already mentioned. But we really appreciate we have the support of everyone. This meeting was jointly planned by, of course, all the partners, HIS partners, USG, and Ministry of Health and NASCOP. So from me, I want to just say thank you very much for attending. Remember, in the mail that we shared, we informed you that we're going to have a series of the same. So next week on Thursday, we'll also be having another virtual training. We'll send out a reminder and a link, and also be able to just highlight which areas we'll be training on. On Tuesday next week again, allow me to mention this. We'll be beginning our monthly data use webinars. So we have a session on Tuesday. We'll also be able to send out a reminder on the same, and we are encouraging all of us to attend and participate in these particular virtual trainings that we're having, and the data use meetings that we've planned. For the data use meetings, the data use webinars, we will be having them on a monthly basis. So otherwise, from me, let me say thank you very much. Be blessed and enjoy your evening. So I want to request again someone to close for us with a word of prayer. Otieno, I want to nominate you to pray for us, please. Bernard Otieno, close for us with a word of prayer.
Okay, Sunguk, I'll close it with a short word of prayer. So we want to take this opportunity to thank you, God, for giving us this opportunity to deliberate and also train on some of these tools that are going towards improving our patients' services. As we end this call, we still ask you to be with us in all our remaining endeavors for the day. I pray, trusting and believing in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.